Hello, this is where I are. Unfortunately, the original recording of this had somehow messed up because the microphone on the headset just could not record at a loud enough level. I need to get an amplifier or a DAC to make it work, or a microphone like this. So we're gonna go right through to basically voiceover of a walkthrough of the Gabon. This ship was a altered version of the Zevon. For those people who have been around for that contest, I had built the Zevon, well, rebuilt the Zevon, but I never entered it into the contest because I wasn't really interested in the contest. I was just interested into the challenge of making that ship again, or modernize it. So the Gabon is my altered version of the ship, whereas a little less space and lower CPU, but still so much more to be done. There's a lot of space in the ship. You'll see when I start this recording, if you haven't seen the original video. This is the Gabon. It's basically a giant carrier. This is Space Engineers 2, so all the blocks that you're seeing, square blocks that are standing alone, actually where guns went. Many of the thrusters have been removed, so I altered it so this way it could work. So I replaced the thrusters with the Space Engineers 2 large thrusters. There's no cameras. You only have the solar panels and reactors, which do not do anything right now. And there's no batteries. Good thing is the gyro. And the gyros on the ship are 3. It's amazing that 3 gyros are going to make this thing move. Where if you were in Space Engineers 1, no way 3 gyros can even move some smaller ships. This is the portion of the hangar. There's 2 pieces, really. That third piece is the entry. As you can see here, here's the interior of the carrier without all the fun stuff that I put in the Gabon in Space Engineers 1. So there's a lot of work and a lot of loose blocks, which I can't figure out why. They're just loose. I have problems working the mirror. It seems to have a problem working on large bodies like this. This is pretty forcefully scratching it. each of these areas were a place where I put small tug ships and builder array. But of course, when you go into Space Engineers 2, all those things are gone. So I'm going to have to redo all this. It's going to take some time as Space Engineers 2 starts to finally get some mods and altered, or mods and more stuff. But yeah. Oh, the bays also had laser shield gateways. I can't remember the name of that mod. Instead of the airtight hangar doors, they were lasers. Those things can cut a ship. Literally. I mean, you could probably use that as a ram. And sorry for all the quick jerking around. Yeah, look like I'm trying to find my way up to the next level. Okay. Now, in the ship, the front part is empty. Even in the Gabon and Space Engineers 1, I left it empty on purpose for one part. If somebody strikes the front of the ship, they're not getting any real damage. They're not doing anything really major to the ship. But I always wanted to do something with the front here. So much room here, you could put at least 5 more fighters. And there's no lighting, really, that makes anything work. To put it into, the ships now in Space Engineers 2. And this is the command center, which is pretty close to the middle of the ship. Solving the problem that I think was said about the ship. That flying it and third-person view made it very hard. As you can see, you can kind of see more of the back end. You can zoom out. Well, Space Engineers 2 lets you zoom out greatly.
Alright, this only has 3 gyros.
As it stands for now, I have all the large thrusters in. I think this is the point where I'm going to either mess around and show the gyros moving the ships. Or maybe I'll do the thrusters forward first. I can't remember which one I did. As you can see, this is it's not designed to take on a battleship. I would like to do a battleship version of this. Oh, here we go. Here's the gyros. Only 3 of these gyros are in the ship. If anybody knows the size of the original Zebon, this here, 3 gyros. Whoa. Still requires a lot of mouse movement to move them left and right. But I think that'll change by adding more gyros and more thrusters to the left and right. Now, up and down, I only have 2 areas of thrusters. Nowhere near the amount that I have for the forward, back. Well, actually, the backing up thrusters are lesser than the up and down thrusters. This ship is not designed to land on a planet. It's strictly space platform, RPG, kind of a safe spot. I think in the Zebon I've built, and also in the Gabon in Space Engineers 1, I did put a safe zone. There's a shield generator on this thing will be very hard. I think a shield generator does not even cover the entire ship. It would have to have for the size of the ship, possibly 3, possibly 4 shield generators. And it would definitely have to overlap. Okay, forward thrust. You can look at the beautiful thrust. I need to put more small thrusters for maneuverability and not use the big thrusters so much. But look at that thing move. Yep. This ship is moving very fast for the size that it is. And yeah, I think I have the maximum amount of thrusters I can put on it. I have some ideas of how to alter the ship, but they're all based on Space Engineers 1. So, Space Engineers 2, I'm going to have to wait
This is all heavy armor.
in order to really
For no space in between heavy
create the ship in a way that makes sense.
bits.
Now, as far as the story goes for the DEA organization, who that's what this is designated under, this ship was an experimental ship that was not notified by the original creator. It was designed to be a special Black Ops weapons platform, designed to carry around a lot of top secret fighters and experimental fighters. Basically, take it into areas of great danger, like Reaver territories, pirate territories. Bring the ships in, let the fighters go out, take on who knows what enemies out there, test out the weapon system, shield generators under live fire, hopefully recover the ship and the pilot. But the Gabon is absolutely a fighter killer kind of ship, a screening ship. I haven't figured out how to even add deadlier and stronger weaponry. I'm sure the front end there would be perfect for a whole lot of big beam lasers. But this ship doesn't scream battleship. So I don't know. I have to really think about that. Especially though the shield, the thrusters in the front would have to go. That is a perfect target for any fighter or any battleship. Take out your thrusters. I definitely would move the thrusters inwards, closer to the center. The exterior I might put lesser things, even decoys. There's plenty of room for decoys to be put in here. Fake weaponry, fake thrusters, even things that might even explode, like a couple of hydrogen tanks or oxygen tanks that are not really attached to anything inside the ship to even get fueled up, but might draw weapons fire. Enough time to get the repairs done. Here we go, trying to turn the ship. As you can see, the mouse action here is taking a long time to turn the ship with just 3 gyros. But still, that is insignificant. There's plenty of room here to probably put about 50 gyros. Or more. But in areas that I'm thinking of putting the gyros, I'm thinking about 50 gyros could fit in here quite nicely. I was unable to, I haven't colored it because I don't know. The color scheme on this is not in my mind. Now the North Africa I've colored. The Hannibal I've colored. But the Gabon has remained this ghost white. Let me see. Hopefully I get back to where the solar panels are. Yep, just checking out the rear. Trying to decide on whether or not to have a fly-through hangar, which fly-through hangars are not all that great for protecting the ships coming in from enemy fire. But I would rather not do World War II style fighter launches. Here we go. That is where the solar panels are. My intention is not to have the solar panels. In the original Gabon and Space Engineers 2, Space Engineers 1, those are missile bays, the homing missiles. If you have that mod installed, you'll get the homing missile bays.
There's a lot to fix on the ship. This original ship. I would say not original, but it's a
You also have to put in a mod for the safe zone so you can make your own safe zone chips. But there's also a way to add more fun to the game because you have to go mining more material to make those safe zone chips because they take every material,
So much room in here.
which makes sense.
A whole lot of mods on just to add really unique things into this body. So the Space Marine 1 ship.
Oh, getting close to the end of the video. Still haven't decided.
At the time, they
I would have made my own mocked up weapons
have the artillery cannons.
kind of
I'm not too sure.
fantasy weapons where every one of those blocks are.
Yeah.
But I'm going to wait around to see if Space Engineers 2 introduce either weapons first or more decorative components. Which I'm hoping that it'll have more decorative components, but before they get survival,
See that we're making a comic book.
and hopefully some mod author has already started
To ask
figuring out how to mod. I don't know if I'm going to ever get into modding. I have very little time to do any of this recording as is.
manga-ish anime.
Yep, bringing ship back to the asteroid. Now, unfortunately, Space Engineers 2 does not have GPSs and antennas actually being functional, or anything being functional other than the thrusters and the gyro.
The amount of thrusters I have in the front here.
So, truly flying the ship around will be bad. Because I'll just lose my main point. I don't know. There's so many different design alterations you could do on the Gabon or the Zebon or the original red ship or the Cerberus blue ship that I haven't really thought about it. Instead, I just created another ship called the North Africa, which went pretty well. That should be up on Twitch. That ship is pretty big. I mean, I would put both of them near each other. And as you can see, Space Engineers 2, almost all the thrusters are kind of grouped, but not grouped. I'm not too sure if that means each of these thrusters are your left and right groups or your up and down groups. Currently, they don't have numbers or alphabets. They just group together. You know, I didn't count how many thrusters they are in that group. Or if there are in that group there. I think that's 20 thrusters per group. Okay, so if they have it already auto grouping, that makes it a little easier to figure out which one you're trying to turn off.
Information about the ions are very limited. No special abilities or anything. Showers don't have anything special.
And they got them grouped in different versions. Oh, there's a mixed one. Oh, no. You get the ion. Okay. Okay, the thrusters are not grouped alone. It's just groups of 20 or more. I see the control seats and I see the gyros mixed in with the ion thrusters. Okay, that is something.
Made from scratch, it's like,
Yeah, that is going to be interesting how to
so there's not much to be said about
create
anything other than
alter the ship in a way that you can make use of all that interior space. There's a lot. I can't emphasize how much space this ship has. And if you ever get the original Zeba, you will be daunted by how much room you have and understand why it never was revisited and altered in any way. This ship would be a perfect storytelling adventure ship or something like that, like something that will appear on the radar and just sits there, maybe guarding a uranium deposit or platinum deposit. And either you have to wait until it goes, or try to fight it a little bit. It might just jump out at some point. Now, that's the only thing I can think of, because I mean, this ship moving around is going to be murder on your CPU. Just murder on your computer trying to get this thing moving. Yeah, I think in an empty world, this ship would not do much against my computer's ability to spawn in things. Or yeah, I don't think I really took this ship out and just wandered around Space Engineers 1. I know for a fact that no matter what mod I put in, Reavers or Pirates, they just don't spawn in enough to even be a match with the ship. Just be an annoyance. You know, maybe pluck off a couple turrets, or if they get lucky to get that close, ram me, which is heavy armor on the outside, plus a layer of interior, light armor on the inside, and then interior armor. Had to cut that out because that was really sucking up a lot of CPU, and there's a hole in the ship that I have to fix. Yep. Yeah. It's on both sides. I don't know how that block got missing, or why. I know I didn't put no weapons there. Or lights.
So that's my challenge with this thing. Trying to make this basic piece of pie here a little more appealing.
Yeah, this ship would be perfect for a beam cannon. Multiple beam cannons. Even custom turret beam cannon.
Definitely color this thing.
This ship could be made into a battleship. I just don't know
One of the things. Armor texture.
exactly how. Because there's so many options. I mean, really. I'm just babbling on right now. I just hope that the volume is loud enough now that you can hear me. I'm sorry about that. I'm going to take down the original video and pop this in its place. Yeah, that's the texture of the heavy armor in Space Engineers 2. I really hope a lot of people make more textures. I would like to see burn textures, more weather textures, more damage textures. It's something that makes sense for space, and something that would make sense for ground and lava zones and mud areas, and something that would seem a little more. I have no idea how to add those textures into any of this. And there's not that much videos about how to make mods. So, coming to the end of the video, yep, that's the new asteroid look, and I hope that you enjoyed. This is Where Art, getting back dark.